All right, I'm going to take everybody through a very, very quick tour of Newsela Writing, which is a new feature that is only a couple weeks old and is available with our Newsela subscription. So you've all been to Newsela before. You see this whole main screen right here where you see your reading passages, things in your district, quick links. But if you come up here to the waffle in the left-hand corner, you have an option for Newsela Writing. And this will bring us over to the Newsela Writing feature. Now you can see that I've played around with it a little bit. But what it basically does, it is going to create an assignment for students, and you can go through the steps. You can create a long or short answer. If I wanted to create a long answer, I can do that. If I want to create a short answer, I can select the type of writing. So let's pretend like this was argumentative writing. Now here is where I can actually create it right from scratch, or I can use a Newsela article or a text set. I'm going to continue without any sort of content and just kind of go on my own. And it asks me to enter a prompt or generate a prompt. And why don't we call it cell phones in schools? And I'm going to hit create prompts. And what it's going to do is it's actually going to create a bunch of different prompts that you could use as a possible engagement tool here. So why do you think some schools ban the use of cell phones during school hours? Let's see if I was going to do that. And right here is the kind of the nuts and bolts of it. So automatically it knows I'm in New York State and it knows that I'm writing a short answer. So it'll bring you a short answer rubric. However, you can see if I scroll through that I've got tons of different rubrics aligned to different state and federal standards. So if I was to come down to New York State short answer, New York State, things like that, I can go all the way down and kind of see where I am here. So I'm going to stick with this one. You down here where it says sentence labels, you can take a look at what type of terminology we use. So instead of maybe using the word thesis, maybe we use the word claim. Maybe we use the word evidence. And in Schenectady, I generally use the word reasoning. So now we have claim, evidence, and reasoning, and then a summary. And what you can do is you can actually require in-text citation, banning cell phones, etc. And what I'm going to do is create the assignment right here. And so what this is going to do is I can actually send this out right here, or I can send it out to Google Classroom. And the students are going to have a screen that looks just like this. Now I'm looking at the teacher screen right here. And what's going to happen is that as the students start writing, even before they hit turn in, it is going to start reading it and scanning it as it's going for two different things. This checklist, whether or not you have claim, evidence, reasoning, a background, and a summary. And it's actually going to go through, and if you wanted to, it's going to highlight different sentences within the piece of writing that is, supports your claim, your evidence, your reasoning, etc. Also, it's going to see how I'm doing on the rubric process. So basically it's like, if your claim isn't as strong yet. So I'm going to try to find a sample here. All right, so I found a piece of writing here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut and paste this into here. And as I start doing this, I'm going to hit the button that says check for sentences. And what this is going to do is it's actually going to go through and scan it. So you can see that I actually have claim, evidence, reasoning, or claim, reasoning, background. Not a lot of evidence and not a lot of summary. And you can see it actually went through and scanned and highlighted in different colors. If it's the background is in yellow, the reasoning is in purple, the claim is in blue. So the other thing I can do is I can come over here to the rubric and I can actually click on the rubric process. And what it'll do is it'll actually use the rubric that I uploaded and give it a grade to where I am right now. So you can see my claim is good, my analysis is good, my evidence is good, citations aren't, and other things. Now, obviously, I copied and pasted this right from ChatGPT, so it should be pretty good. But as this is kind of a teacher model demo one, but as the students are working, you'll have an option to see something that looks like this, where you'll see a very, very quick feature to kind of where everybody is, how long they've spent on it, how many words they've done, where their scores are for a central idea, evidence, organization, whatever you used. So if I was to go back to Newsela Writing, if I was going to go back to where I am here, and I'll show you kind of what it looks like, some of the things we've played around with in the office here. This is the one that we played around with the other day, and I will show you quickly the assignment report. And you can see that Andy, they both had a good claim. They both have not great reasoning. Andy had good background stuff. You can see that Rick's was really poor, 1 through 6, 1 out of 6 on everything, 2 out of 6 on conventions. He did it in 0 seconds. So I can actually open this and see what Rick wrote. And Rick wrote, cell phones are crap, they should be banned. So obviously not a very good one. And we can kind of come over here and see what Andy wrote right here. So again, very, very quick to see what I've done here. And hopefully that helps. A great introduction to Newsela writing.